Men going their own way are leaving the economy.
I'm not gonna pay for my food.
But in this first one, it is pretty insane. This man decided to walk away from this catfishing woman.
Everybody ready to hear how the shortest first date of my life has gone?
Men going their own way are leaving the economy. So men are tired of the nonsense, the games, and they are leaving the economy. Watch the end of the video to fully understand the implications of this and how it will affect women and society going forward. And also, guys, protect yourself online with NordVPN. Click the link in the description to get started and support the channel. Today's video comes from Shaq Reacts. Their channel is linked in the description, so you can go and check them out and support their content. And now let's just go ahead and jump right back into the video.
So this is what I'm wearing. It's fall times, you know, cute boots, not too bad, whatever. This man, we meet outside, Tinder date, right? We meet outside, meet together. He looks at me up and down and goes, "This isn't gonna work." I start laughing because I think he's joking. He does it again, turns on the spot, and books it to his car. Okay? And I'm standing there just laughing because I think this is a joke. So I go into this brewery by myself and have a beer because this is the reality of my life currently. And he had blocked me by the time I tried to look him up after my first beer. So how's your dating going?
No, unless her pictures look completely different, there was no other reason why this man just walked away. Even though she looks good right now, we still have no idea how those pictures look.
So I'm the girl that got proposed to at the Eras tour, and I did say no. So I'm gonna answer y'all's questions, but I just think it's so funny that there's a video of Taylor going viral where she's like, "And I think someone just got engaged," and like literally everyone in our section is like, no, 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 no. And like you can literally see the realization wash across her face where she's like, okay, I think I should change the subject. Like, yeah, girl, like, sorry, that was us. And I just wanted to set the record straight. Like, I was not saying no to the man. Like, my boyfriend is the love of my life. I'm gonna marry him, but I was saying no to the proposal, if that makes sense, because like it just wasn't specific to me. You know, the girls that get it. Like, the location, for instance, being Liverpool, like it's a beautiful place, but it just has no significance to me. And I was like, did you literally just fly me here because it's like the cheapest tour date? Like, I don't understand. Like, why didn't we go to Paris, like the city of love, or like somewhere that's significant to our relationship?
This woman is insanely materialistic and is living in some kind of fairyland world.
So think about this very carefully. This woman's in a relationship with a guy, and he flies her to Liverpool, and then he proposes to her. But because of the location, she says no. Not that she's saying no to the man, but she's saying no to the location because she needs a location that is much more, that will stimulate her emotions more. And this is what a man is going to have to deal with in a relationship. These men, see, a lot of men, unfortunately, they didn't have Uncle Angry around growing up to teach them that the behaviors they're seeing here are going to be the norms within their relationship. And as soon as they get into the relationship, as soon as they're married to this woman is then going to make their lives a living hell, because they're going to say, why aren't you putting in more effort? Why aren't you putting in the same effort that you were putting in when you were trying to court me? A lot of women get up married and then they get pissed off with the men because they're like, the man is just lazy. The man is no longer trying. It should be the woman who is trying to court the man, really, not the man that is trying to court the woman. Because the man is is the one with the value. The man is the one with the money. This is the reason why women celebrate when they get married. However, women have convinced one another. Let me make it clear, not feminism. We are not going to blame feminism. Men, stop blaming feminism. Do not blame feminism for anything that happened. Feminism is just the concept of equality between men and women. So stop blaming feminism. We need to hold individuals accountable. All right. Women chose this for themselves. It's women individually that are treating men like this. It's women as a collective. All right. Not all women are doing it, but the vast majority are doing it. So we're going to hold the individual responsible. And it's the individual woman as a collective, as a group, that are now doing these things and that have these beliefs. Okay. They don't actually want to be in relationships with us. And the moment that these women began making enough money to say that, well, I don't need you. The thing is, women do need us. They cannot survive on these incomes. They cannot survive without their parents. They cannot survive without us. They cannot survive without the state. All right. They basically traded us in for the state, but they still need us to subsidize their living, just like the state needs us to subsidize the state. This is a very intriguing concept, by the way, because the state absolutely hates men, but yet it's doing everything in its power to extract as much wealth and resources from men. I don't know if the state seems to believe that eventually AI is going to replace men entirely, and AI is going to generate them all of this money. But if there's one thing that the state does love and that the state does desire, it is money. And if men are not making money for the state, if men are not making money that the state can then reallocate to itself, then what is the state going to do? Because that's how the Roman Empire fell. And no matter what the Roman Empire did, trying to punish men, there's simps that come to my channel and try to deny the story and try to distort the history when these are the facts of how the empire fell. But the Roman Empire basically crapped on men, gave women tons of rights, and women began divorcing their husbands and running around with Chad and Tyrone, and men walked away. The Roman Empire punished men, essentially damn near enslaved men, and called men the worst criminals on all of the Roman Empire because the jig was up. Without men providing for the empire, without men creating value in the empire, without men protecting the empire, there was nothing. And men basically walked away and left the women in the empire to the empire, because that's how it basically works. Women are either under the authority of men or they are the authority of the state. Women traded in men for the state, but they don't understand that they are under the direct authority of the state. So basically the state can do anything that it wants in that regard. And without men to stand up to tyranny, women cannot stand up to the state. Okay, it doesn't matter if it's 1 or 1,000. Only men are going to stand up and fight and risk their lives for freedom. Women are not preconditioned to do this. Women are designed to run away from conflict. Men are and run away from danger. Men are designed to run towards it. Okay, men are designed to risk themselves and risk their lives to protect others. But that's only when we are valued and appreciated and rewarded for this. The social contract has been broken for a very long time. And as a result of that, men have walked away entirely. And, the state turned its back on men. Women turned their back on men. So now men are turning their backs on society and women within society and saying, hey, listen, you're big, you're strong, you're powerful, you're a boss. Take care of yourself. The state will take care of you. We're going to go. We're just going to walk away. And of course, they're going to try to use a variety of different things to punish us and come at us. It doesn't matter, because the more that they attack us, the more we're just going to walk away. We're going to make your lives more miserable. Okay, so by making our lives more miserable, that's going to inspire us to give to fight hard, to keep society going, to build up society. Like, what is this major plan that they have? Oh, we're going to give you some privileges here and there so that you'll break your back. Guys, men are done with this crap. Men are so done. And the crazy thing is right now, men have lost so much. Like we live very hard lives while women are having the time of their life. But women don't understand that, nothing lasts forever. They think that it's going to be a great big party. It's a form of narcissism inherited from the boomers, where the boomers think that this will go on forever. It won't. It won't. Okay, the boomers are not gods, and they are clinging to power as tight as they're clinging to power as much as they can, and it feels like they're going to be around forever. But let me tell you something. It doesn't take a lot. While maybe half of them might be fine because of savings, we really don't know. And the value of the dollar is rapidly declining. Guys, if you look at Greece, for example, when Greece had their crisis, people who worked their entire lives and they saved and everything, all of everything was gone. They lost everything in Greece. Okay, they lost everything. The value of their money declined. They had nothing. All right, they were allowed to take out only the equivalent of $50 a day from the bank, and they would wait every day in Greece, and they would wait online. And you had women, young women in Greece, basically selling physical intimacy for €2, which is basically the cost of a cheese sandwich. And there was a lot of back in those days, when this was happening, because I've been on YouTube for about 10 years. There were the MGTOWs who were arguing with me in the comments. You're still here. There's some of them though. There's a lot of the old guys that still listen. Evidently, they found the channel and they still listen. And a lot of these old jerks used to say, Angry, that's €1 too many. That's €1 too many. Like, they're selling because they're selling physical intimacy for €2, and and some of these jokers would pop up and say, Angry, that's €1 too many. And it's a sad reality, but that's the reality. A lot of women do not know what true hardship is. They create chaos in relationships, and then when crisis hits and destitution hits, and they're like, okay, well, I've had my fun. Now I want to go back to living a comfortable life, and suddenly it's not going to happen. There's no comfortable life, and now they're going to engage in suffering and long periods of suffering. They basically just double down, and now they start blaming the world. They will blame God. They will blame God before they ever take any accountability for the decisions that they've made. And that's kind of where everything is headed, because as men abandon society and the economy, we're going to watch the economy take a massive nosedive. And the people who are going to be affected the most in all of this are going to be women. Men have to succeed if they want to survive. All right. Women, on the other hand, have always been able to turn to the state to subsidize their living. That's not going to happen this time. Women are going to find themselves with increased destitution, homelessness, struggling with income, poverty, living in shelters. It's going to become a national crisis, guys. And by the way, if you're enjoying the content, subscribe to our newsletter for my personal thoughts, insights, and a free copy of my ebook, The Blueprint for Escaping the Rat Race. Click the link in the description to get your free copy. And of course, subscribe to the Angry Guy Clips channel, where we post shorter versions and for shorter videos and video responses, and also the Angry Guy live channel where we live stream. Both channels are linked in the description. And of course, guys, protect your online privacy with NordVPN. Click the link in the description to get started and support the channel. What do you guys think regarding all of this? Men going their own way are leaving the economy. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away. And cheers.